Right then, well, as you can see, I'm at the lake house again. It just so happens I had to drive right by here to get to my first stop. And that worked out in my favor because today appears to be the day of freebies for Kenny. Yep. So I went into the shop this morning. I was talking to Squatch for a while. I was telling him some stories about how I evaded the county sheriff yesterday. When I don't know if I told that story. But yeah, I was coming home from work and I was on this bypass highway. Speed limit on the highway is 45. I had the cruise set at 50. I'm tootling along and I meet this county sheriff coming at me. And just like we all do when we pass a cop like that, we look in our side view mirror. Sure enough, he whips over on the side of the road, pulls a Yui, starts coming after me, right? I'm like, oh, hells no. Now is not the time. Number one, I do not have a current registration. What is laying on my deck? My plates have expired. They expired in June. Oh, it's just a leaf. They expired in June, and I'm not about to pay $100 and something for new stickers for my plates when I literally have to take the plates off the Jeep and get new plates for the truck. The Jeep is registered as a SUV car. The truck is a truck. It's a whole different set of plates. So that being what it is, I'm like, I'm not getting tagged. I'm not getting dinged for my plates being expired. Number two, my left driver's side brake light doesn't work. It's a wiring issue. I can't figure it out. I'm not going to figure it out. Frank is aware of it. He's going to figure it out. And I'm not going to get a ding for having a brake light not working. So I see the cop pull a Yui, and I was like, oh, hell no. I put the hammer down, and I came up to the intersection where I have to turn onto this highway that comes down to my highway. And fortunately, the light was green, and I was able to whip around the corner. Of course, everything went flying. Cooler went flying, coffee cup, speaker, all of it ends up on the floor. But I whip around the corner, and then right away, there was a side road that snakes and twists, and I was able to get on that side road and go flying down to this school that's down the road. And I whipped into the parking lot there, hid behind a building, and hung out for about 30 minutes. That's when I was talking to Lisa on the phone, paying rent and talking about selling the trailer and stuff like that. And when I'm pretty sure when he got up to that intersection, he had no idea which way I went, left or right, so I lost him. But anyway, so that happened. But anyway, I was telling Ian about that, and in the shop I saw this 4-drawer Hone brand, H-O-N, filing cabinet sitting there. Yeah, I'm like, what's the deal with that? He goes, it's empty. It's been sitting in here for years. Nobody's using it. Take it. Now, see, Squatch he's the warehouse manager, so he has some say in some stuff. So I don't have the lock and the key for it, but you can get those replacement lock assembly with a key. So I scored a 4-drawer filing cabinet for in my office for all my important papers. Remember I was talking about that the other day? Yeah, how I need to get organized, and I need a servant, as I've been told, or a mommy, one of the two, to do that, help me do that. So that will be one of Mia's secretarial jobs when we're cohabitating. But I scored the filing cabinet for free. Sweet. Also, in that one of the drawers of that filing cabinet was a brand new company logoed, quilted winter coat. Yep, brand new. My size, extra large. I'm like, what the hell? I pull it out, I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is this, yours? He goes, I don't know. I don't know whose that is. That's been in there forever. He goes, take it. I'd never wear nothing like that. I'm not going to advertise this company. He's got a bad attitude. But anyway, Score. Brand new, free, quilted, baseball style winter jacket. Yeah, it's good to be Kenny. So anyway, I'm back here at the lake house to drop that off. Free delivery. I had to drive right by here. Company van. Didn't have to hook up the trailer. Didn't have to use the new truck. Free gas. Bada bing. Bada boom. It's going to be a great day. Yeah. So, since I'm here, I didn't take the opportunity this morning to make myself a sandwich for lunch. Oh, and I see I left my hall light on, so we're all about saving electricity, so we will turn that off on the way out. And I'm going to make myself a sandwich. Hopefully, someday soon, I'll have a trophy wife here who doesn't mind serving her king and being a servant. Oh, the cat's been up to some shit. What did you do? She looks at me with indifference, like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, this is a bag of stuff that Mia got for me. Some golf shirts. We're going to start golfing together. T-shirts. All my paperwork pertaining to the medical visits that I made. Some important swatches for paint. Yep. Good old cat. Yeah, shut up. It's like having a child. So we'll just use this bag to block my chair so she doesn't sit on my chair and get it all full of hair. Yeah, you're a problem. Yeah. We might have to let the coyotes have a crack at you. Just kidding. But anyway, I'm going to make a sandwich real quick here, and then I'm going to get my day started. So, so far we're off to a good start. I sent a message out to Frank, letting him know that I found the title. I'm going to do the oil change on the Jeep tonight. Start cleaning it up, polishing it a little bit for him, and get that all ready to do the trade this weekend. It's supposed to storm down in Central, so a lot of the stuff I can do that I have to do, I can do on the deck where I got a roof. But I don't know. But if we're gonna do the Jeep trade, I need to go down there, obviously. So I'd like that to happen. But Frank has a history of backing out on deals. All right. So I'm not gonna hold my breath until it's all said and done. But every time I think about it, I asked Yahweh to give me convictions if it was a good deal or a bad deal or anything along those lines. And every time I think about it, I really can't see anything negative about it. So I got a good feeling about it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on that. And this weekend I might have myself a new set of wheels, new to me, and that'll be good. Did a bunch of Mary Poppins stuff in the kitchen here last night. Ran a load of dishes and washed some of them, the pots and pans, by hand. And can't wait till my trophy wife servant moves in, and it's her responsibility. Yeah. Meanwhile, I can be outside doing manly stuff. Yep. So. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, this is really working out good, and hopefully the rest of the day goes like this. I do have a difficult diagnostic on a high-end. It's like a Bosch or a Thermador oven, and supposedly the oven portion of it's not working. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little apprehensive about that, but I love these Tupperware. This is Tupperware sandwich boxes. Oh my God, I'll hang on to these until the day I die. Look at that, no Ziploc bags. Beautiful thing. But there, that's done. I can turn off all my lights now and save electricity, repair all the mischievous shit the cat did, and lock her back down here. I put this baby gate on the stairs so she can't get up to the upper level, and do exactly what she just did down there, up there. Only my luck, she'd knock something down that was expensive, fragile, and then she'd really be exposed to the coyotes. But just kidding, settle down, you activists. But yeah, so we were able to take advantage of this particular situation, and I don't think it's supposed to rain today. It's looking cloudy, but that's probably just from the wildfires up in Canada. So yeah, that's dropped off. All is well. I'm gonna go about my day. Oh, DTR called, right? He was missing some parts, and he thought they were up by me, because we got a new scheduler chick that's she still hasn't figured out who works out of what location, so she keeps sending parts to the wrong location. Well, DTR was missing parts this morning, so he called me to see if I had them, and I don't. So now they're probably down in the DC. He's got to run down there to get them. But anyway, we got to talking about JC and JC's situation, his aortic tear that he sustained. And I said, have you found out from anybody how this happened? I mean, when? Was he working? Was he on a job? Was he driving down the road? And he goes, oh yeah, I was talking to Billy, who's good friends with JC's neighbors where he lives. And so Billy called her and got the lowdown on what happened. JC is good friends with his neighbors, so they were involved in this situation too. So apparently what happened is JC was at some sort of a function, a banquet or some shit like this, and he was driving home from that in his POV, privately owned vehicle, and he either fell asleep at the wheel, or the situation happened while he was driving, and he ended up down in the ditch. A passerby stopped, called 911, and they got him into the hospital. Now, the aortic tear could have happened when he crashed. If he hit something that activated the airbags in the vehicle and he took that hard hit to the chest, and his veins are weak, they're thin from his genetic disorder, he could have sustained that aortic tear when the airbags hit him, or it could have happened while he was driving. He blacked out, and that's what caused him to go into the ditch. Either way, he was in the ditch. He crashed the vehicle. He was in the ditch. A passerby stopped, called 911. They got him to the hospital in time. That's the key, or he might not be with us right now. He's still not out of the woods. Yeah. DTR's daughter is a registered nurse out west somewhere, and she works with these type of situations and these types of patients. And she said, "Oh yeah, they could come out of the surgery just fine. You know, that might go well, but then during the recovery, something happens, and it takes them. So he's still not out of the woods, but fingers crossed." But what I said to DTR is, I said, "Damn, I hope he didn't get a DUI. He likes to drink. You know, if he goes to a function or something, you know, it was a banquet. Who knows? Yeah, if he got a DUI and he went into the ditch because he fell asleep behind the wheel and his blood alcohol content was, because I'm sure they checked that, he could be in some trouble after he gets out of the woods." Yeah. But I'm not going to call Billy and get the details, and nah. No. Find out soon enough. Yeah. All right. What is this first nightmare I'm going to? Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm putting a freezer door on a GE refrigerator. That won't be so bad. Customer's not going to be there. It's a summer home, a vacation home, so I got to call him and he'll give me the code to get in. Yeah. I got two difficult jobs today. One of them is on a high-end dishwasher. I got to put a whole new sump assembly in that thing. That means I got to extract it from the cubby, either lay it on its side or flip it on its top to do the work. That's going to suck. And then that high-end Wolf or Bosch Thermador professional oven that's not heating in the oven. I'm hoping it's a gas unit, and it's something as simple as the bake igniter failed. Yeah, if it's an electric unit, I got to figure out how to get at the elements to test them to see if they have voltage going to them, or the element has continuity and it's burned out or it's not. That's on these big units. That's not easy to do. So yeah, I'm hoping it's a gas unit, because all I got to do is open the door, start the bake cycle, and watch. And if the glow bar doesn't come on, hey, your bake igniter's bad. If I can get at the wiring harness and actually disconnect the wire harness from inside the oven, not from the back, I can energize the bake cycle and test for voltage to the igniter to make sure that the board is sending the voltage there. Yeah, it's a lot easier. That is all. All right, talk to you soon.